Peter, looking at the pictures that we've seen so far, this was a rudimentary attack using fairly basic weapons on a man on the streets of London. The attackers then waited around to be videoed and then apparently waited around for the police to arrive. What do you read into their actions? What does it tell you about these people?
Well, it looks like they were influenced by the ideology of Osama bin Laden, the kinds of things that they were spouting at the camera that we've already heard, or the ideology of Anwar al-Awlaki, an American citizen who was killed by a drone strike in Yemen a couple of years back. It's reminiscent of an attack that also took place in London, which was an attempt to stab to death a British MP, Stephen Timms, by a woman who had been influenced by radical Islamist preachers on the internet. Luckily, this MP survived. It's low tech. It doesn't, these things don't appear to be part of a larger organization, but they are, in a sense, part of a larger ideological movement, which is communicated through people on the internet at this moment.
So this would look to you like a lone wolf attack?
Yeah, except it has two lone wolves, and it seems quite reminiscent, in a sense, of the Boston attacks, where, they're not entirely lone wolves in the sense that often they're influenced by outside, people on the internet. They may have gone overseas at some point. More to find out about this, but clearly homegrown. The accents of the people on the video are definitely people who grew up in London, but a low-tech attack, the sort of thing that really anybody can do, that isn't necessarily associated with some large organization.
Yeah, as you point out, clearly the accent we heard did sound a very homegrown London accent. If you look at these people, do you think that there is an acute, as it has been described, sense of Islamization across the UK? I mean, this is now an acute problem?
I don't think it's an acute problem in the UK. I mean, there was sort of a wave of really serious, either successful attacks or, serious plots back in 05, 06. I mean, you recall the 7/7 attack in London, which killed 52 commuters. You recall the 2006 plan to bring down as many as 7 American, British, and Canadian airliners leaving Heathrow with liquid explosives. I mean, those were really serious, plans. They were directed by al-Qaeda from Pakistan, and we've seen a lot less of those, partly because al-Qaeda in Pakistan is under real pressure from U.S. drone strikes, and other kind of government activities. I don't think, London obviously is it has one of the largest Muslim populations in the world living in the West or living in London. There are 1 million Muslims. If this was really a serious acute problem, we'd be seeing more of these kinds of attacks. Instead, they're pretty sporadic and usually unsuccessful.